Hey guys, yes, I plan on wearing my hair like this until it gets colored later on in the week. I gotta cover these grays up in here. But today's video is a palette bingo. I did my first ever palette bingo a few months ago using the ABH Riviera palette. It was also my first impression of that palette. Today I will be using Prism from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Now this palette I mentioned in my Project Pan intro that I would be panning it, not because I don't enjoy it, but because I never reach for it. And when I do reach for it, I always tend to use the same exact shades. So I thought for my project pan, a palette bingo would be a great way to kind of test my creativity and then also get me thinking outside of my little comfort zone and box. So let's go ahead and see what shades I pull and get into the palette bingo. I had to turn my fan on. I hope you don't mind too much, but I promise it is much quieter than my actual air conditioner, and I don't think it should pick up too much, but in case it does, I apologize, but I need to not be sweating during this video. I was gonna film this yesterday morning, and I'm so glad I didn't. We had a concert to go to about an hour and a half away in Hershey, PA, and we ended up not having a concert, and we ended up getting rained on while we had to walk in the rain for about 20 minutes, and I'm glad I didn't invest the time into my makeup. If you're not familiar with what a palette bingo is, basically you assign each shade in the palette a number. So this palette has, let's see, 14 different shades, so each one will get a number. I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3 through 7 and then 8 through 14. I'm going to draw a random number on my phone. I'll use a number generator and then see which ones I draw. Let me just move back a little bit so you guys can see everything. So I am going to, I just put up the Google generator, 1 through 14. I got 2, which is Eden. Pinky Peach is what I would say that is. 1, Lucid. These are not going to be perfect swatches. It's just so I can remember what I can use. 14, which would be Lure. That's like a light mauve. It's very pretty. 2, I got 2 again. 10, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pyramid, which is a gold shimmer, and 8, Dimension. And this is a gray shimmer. Do I want to stop there or do I want to do one more? I'm going to stop there. I'm going to keep it safe. So here are the shades I can use. We'll see what I can do with that. I still have glitter on my face from the shadow I was wearing earlier. It's a little later on in the day for me. I'm filming around 5 o'clock. I usually film pretty early in the morning. Like I said, we were coming back from Hershey this morning. And this is why I don't wear this shade as concealer. I always use it to prep my lids. I accidentally ordered it and it is way, way too light for underneath my eyes. I'm gonna start with Lure, which is the mauve shade, and I'm going to use a Spectrum brush. This is the B06. I'm really gonna pack on that color. This shade looks a lot lighter in the pan, but it has some pigment to it. Oh, I just hit pan. I hit pan on it. Now let me blow it away so you guys can see it. That's pretty cool. It's a speck of a pan, but you know what? It counts. I'm just putting my shape down and then I'll blend and all that good stuff in a moment. This brush looks a little green, but it's just dyed. Okay, next I'm going to take a smaller brush. This is the Spectrum A13, and then I'm going to use Eden. And then I'm going to take a tiny blending brush and blend those in together. And I am doing that process a second time because I want more pigment out of the Eden shade. I definitely want to do a cut crease with this look. I'm thinking a halo cut crease. I'm going to be using the cut crease brush by Sigma, and I'm going to be using that to pack on, I think I'm going to do this shade right here, which is Dimension. I know I'm going to need to use this wet, but I will try it just by itself first to see what happens. lot more gray than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be more like of a deep blue. I'm going to take my All-Star from Colourpop. It's another thing that I'm panning, and I will be wetting my brush. I'm just going to go across the lid. I will be going over the middle section with concealer momentarily. So anyway, let me get into this. I tend to do this where I just start doing makeup and forget to talk about anything. Okay, so yesterday, we've had these tickets for, probably since shortly after the holidays. My friend asked me if I wanted to go see Backstreet Boys, and I was like, heck yeah, because, you know, that's like a childhood dream right there. I was obsessed with them. NSYNC too. Any of the boy bands I was obsessed with. So, and I never got to see them when we were kids. I remember my sister did, and I was so jealous. So of course I wanted to go see them, and Hershey's about an hour and a half from us. Like I said, we've been waiting to go to the show. It's about an hour and a half away. We get there, everything is packed. All the restaurants, we settled into our hotel, and then we go to eat, and everything is packed. Every restaurant has hundreds of people in it. Well, it feels like hundreds of people. And we landed on Chipotle, which is fine. I like Chipotle, so I wasn't too mad about it. But all of a sudden, the sky just turned black. Like, it was so dark outside. And we had a feeling things were going to be kind of pushed back a little bit. Hershey has a rule around lightning because the venue is outside and all of the chairs, the stadium, all of it's metal. So there's some sort of rule. So if they see lightning in the sky, then they push back by like 20 minutes or something like that. And it kept being pushed back. Now, luckily, we were inside Chipotle for most of this and not waiting inside. If somebody had gotten there earlier, I think you could get there at like 6 o'clock and the show didn't start till 8. They were allowed to wait in the stadium, and all those people ended up getting poured on. And if they were outside waiting in line, then I think they were told to go to their cars. We were comfy and safe inside of Chipotle during this whole time and dry. But we walked over, which is about a 15-20 minute walk, and we get there and there's line. There's like the longest line I've ever seen for a concert. It's 9 o'clock, so it had really been pushed back, and all of a sudden we hear the music start. And they played about 2 songs, Storm Still Brewing Ahead, and they canceled the show. And everybody just ran out of there. It was like mass hysteria. Now we ended up waiting inside of, I think Hershey Chocolate World is what it's called. And we tried to call an Uber, but because everyone was trying to get out of the parking lots, everyone was probably calling Ubers, you couldn't get out. You couldn't get an Uber. So we just decided, fuck it, walk in the rain. And we did. It was about a 15-minute walk, 15-20 minute walk, and we just went straight to the bar. I don't even know if I'm going to do a cut crease. I think I might just take this shade right here and put it on the center of my eye. This is the Lucid shade. So as far as the bar goes, pretty much everybody there was someone who was rained out from the concert, and it was a bunch of girls just singing Backstreet Boys at the top of their lungs, getting drunk. We didn't partake in the singing, but it was fun to watch. But yeah, that was my evening. I'm not too upset about it. I hope they reschedule. I don't know if we're all going to be able to. It was 3 of us. I don't know if we're going to be able to get back down there to go. But we got to catch up. I got to catch up with 2 of my closest friends since elementary school, actually. We still made a good night out of it. That shade's almost got like, I don't know if it's the Dimension or the Lucid shade, but there's purple coming through, which is pairing well with the Lure shade. So I'm not mad at that. I still have to use the gold shade right here, the pyramid shade, and I'm not quite sure where I'm going to put that, but I'll get it done. I am going to go ahead and finish off the rest of my face. I don't think I'm going to add lashes today. I just don't really feel like it, to be honest. My brows are done. I'm going to go do something like real quick with my face, and then I will be back to do the under eye and then also do the pyramid shade. Today is just not my makeup day. I went to do my liner and I couldn't get it to be even, and then I went to put primer on my face and my face started pilling, so instead of doing foundation, I just stuck with Tinted Moisturizer. Bronzer, blush, highlight will all be listed down below. It's basically what's in my current project pan. And then for my lips, which I just removed lipstick from my teeth, I have the Milk Skills, and then also I did Wet n Wild Mochalicious in the center like Raw Beauty Kristi because I don't know how else to use it. It's currently something I'm trying to get through. So let's see what I can do with the pyramid shade. I guess really I have no other choice. I think I'm just going to put it in the center and then I'm going to smoke out the bottom. So I'm going to take Lure, and my little baby pan is getting a little bit larger. I'm going to add that to the bottom. I did put quite a bit on, but of course I'm going to blend that out. And then for Pyramid, I'm taking Sigma. This is their pencil brush, the E30, and I'm also going to dampen that. Got a little bit of fallout, of course, because it's ABH. Just gonna grab a black liner that I have right here. What is this? A Modster from Ardency In. I don't really have too many thoughts about this black pencil. I leave it right here while I'm filming in case things start to dim or diminish on my waterline. I'm just gonna go over it with that. And then I'm just gonna take some Essence Lash Princess mascara. This is definitely my favorite drugstore mascara. And here's everything all completed. I don't hate it, but I'm not obsessed. I'm not super stoked on it. I think I'm just having one of those days. I'm in a mood, I'm on my period, and I'm just like, ugh, about everything. So don't mind me. I'm gonna leave it on a positive. I did do what I said I was gonna do. I didn't do a halo eye like I originally intended, but I did use shades that I haven't used before. So that's something. And then I also, too, did hit quite a pan on that Lure shade. Originally, it was just a speck, and now it's a pretty good, decent pan there. So I'm excited about that because I have till the end of September to finish up my project pan, and I'm off to a good start. So let me know below if you have done a palette bingo. How did it go for you? If you would like to see me do another one, maybe mention a palette and I'll let you know if I have that palette. I can do another one, of course. And then also, if you have Prism, what kind of color combinations do you do? Let me know the shades because I would love some inspiration. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you really enjoyed it, please go ahead and subscribe. I thank you for watching. I appreciate you, and I will see you soon.